Seoul correspondent Laura Bicker, and Mr. Trump saying if it wasn't for him, he thinks that possibly the US and North Korea could be in conflict at war. What do you make of those comments? And, as you said, the Know Your Place calculator on the BBC News website. What have we got? We've got Hairy Bikers coming on later.
Oh, you've got a bit more of your Kenneth Branagh?
A little bit more about from Kenneth Branagh.
I don't know if you know, but Louise has met Sir Kenneth Branagh. And he mentioned it 308 times this morning.
I met him 2 days ago. It's 12,000. Anyway, that interview is coming up later. It's a really good one.
It is actually really good. News, travel and weather, wherever you are, I will have the headlines in just a few minutes' time.
I was kidding. Welcome back. You are watching Breakfast with Dan and Louise.
It's 8:30. Let's bring you a summary of this morning's main stories. And Donald Trump has announced he'll hold a second nuclear summit with North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un later this month. Talking to Carol.
Oh, come on.
Look at her. I love you, Carol. See you later.
Yeah, thanks, Dan. See you later.
It's all fixed.
Thank you. Just so quickly fixed, good. The competition watchdogs announced it has secured a victory for holidaymakers, forcing a number of online hotel booking sites to change their policies.
Expedia, Booking.com and Trivago are amongst some of those firms who are going to have to stop using, well, Steph can explain. Watching 10 to 9, our World War II codebreaker Alan Turing was named the greatest person of the 20th century by the Icons TV show on BBC Two last night.
Yes, after a public vote, the scientist came ahead of the likes of Nelson Mandela and Muhammad Ali.
It's had a bit of criticism, though, the programme, both for the lack of women in the final and for also treating history like a talent show.
Should history be a talent show?
Well, I'm a historian by trade, you see.
So you... Yeah.
I feel quite strongly that it shouldn't be just about individuals.
Anyway. In a moment, we'll talk to two other historians as well. First, let's have a look at the moment the winner was announced. So
he is a nice...
He's a nice man. All Is True is in cinemas this weekend, and as I said, when I came out of the film, I just wanted to find out which bits were true. So Ben Elton wrote the story, and they, so much of it's based in history, and then he just takes it on another journey. It's really good.
Let's be honest. Sometimes when you sit down with a Hollywood star, there's a potential awkwardness. It can go and be one of those interviews where they've done one interview, then the next one, then the next one. But that looked like you could have chatted to him for ages.
Certainly could have done, actually.
Yes.
One day we'll write a book, won't we, about the ones that didn't go quite so well.
One day. Keep it under your hat until then.
Yep, don't worry.
I wanted to just briefly mention potties, because loads of you have been getting in contact today about potty training. And we were talking earlier about the fact that more and more parents are extending the time and leaving it a little bit later to do their potty training, which is causing issues for some teachers who are having to sort it out at school.
Nurseries,
Diane said disposable nappies make it difficult to spot the signs that a child is ready. We talked about the fact that nappies are so much better than they used to be. Parents need help. Carol, my daughter was out of nappies before she was 2, proper nappies. My granddaughter was over 2 when she was first potty trained. Disposables.
Yes, a lot of people talking about that. Evelyn, for this process, was with our son using different strategies like motivation charts. I'm sure lots of you got different ideas. Various potties and win-win games. He's doing well, even overnight. Well done, Evelyn.
Chocolate buttons that helped in our household. And Kavli says...
was that just pure bribery?
Yeah, pure bribery. My friend teaches year 2, she's 6 to 7. In her class of about 20, 2 are not toilet trained. It's not fair on staff, says Kavli, the child or the other children, as it causes disruption to all. Teachers are paid to provide an education. It is a parent's job to toilet train. I'm sure most of the teachers probably left for school now, but I'm sure if they were there, if you're at home, if you're off today, they're probably nodding along in agreement to that.
Thank you very much for being in touch. It's lovely to hear from you.
Stay with us this morning. As promised, we still have the Hairy Bikers to come on the sofa this morning.
Yep, they're going to go on the road, cook up a storm as well, but first the news, the travel and the weather, wherever you're watching.